Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're going to look at AMC stock, GME stock, APE stock, and SPY stock. I'm going to give you guys updates and predictions on AMC, GME, APE, and SPY in this video. I'm going to be telling you guys where I think we are headed based off the technicals, fundamentals, and the charts. I'm going to tell you guys what the charts are telling me and nothing more and nothing less. I can only offer you what they are telling me. So we're going to look at those facts, charts, and data. So let's go ahead and hop in and see what we have going on. All right, guys, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're going to look at AMC stock, which was a brutal mess today. We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about APE. We're going to be talking about GME. We're going to talk about SPY. In this video and in this update, I'm going to be talking about these 4 stocks. If you missed today's live stream, check me out tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Market open. I will be live again tomorrow. Today was a great mood. We had a great time. Busted a couple jokes in the morning. Had a bit of fun. Then got a little bit more serious. Focused on the TA. Made some accurate predictions. Made some accurate calls during the live stream. Literally calling out price. Then we had the overall bell countdown, which was also exciting as well. So again, check me out tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, to catch me live. Today was the most successful live, 8,000 views, over 650 likes. I appreciate each and every one of you that tuned in. A lot of new people stopped in to join the Data Zero family. Let's go ahead and hop in these charts. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and technical analysis before buying any stock or crypto asset. Now I'm going to go ahead and hop into SPY. SPY got a nice pump to the upside. SPY got a nice pump to the upside. We're going to go ahead and talk about SPY and where I think SPY is headed. Okay, so SPY is getting a bit of a bounce right here. SPY is getting a bit of a bounce. You guys see there is a gap fill up here at 453 to 455. Now, if SPY can get past 451, it will fill this gap, but I believe it will be an overall double tops type scenario where you'll see an overall capitulation. A lot of people are thinking that SPY is going to be able to get a bounce and go to all-time highs. That is not the case. I'm telling you that is not the case. Momentum on the larger time frames has already dropped too much. We're already seeing overall turnover on momentum. You guys can see that we have the MACD flipped here to the bearish side. Yes, it is working on a bit of a curl, but you guys can see you have a long way to go before actually flipping the MACD. You guys can see that here on the weekly time frame, MACD is starting to curl to the downside hard. We can also see, if we put on indicators, we can see that momentum is shifting. So the alligator is a slightly lagging indicator that will help you find tops and bottoms. You guys can see that it is starting to curl to the downside, showing weakness here, showing momentum is shifting to the downside. We can also see on the daily time frame, it is crossed to the bear side with the bullish band, which is the green band, on the bottom, and then the bearish band, blue band, almost on top, showing that momentum is shifting to the downside. I don't even think that SPY will actually even be able to get above 451 support. I do think this gap might actually stay up here for quite some time, and I do think SPY actually might not be able to get above 451 as support. But if you are bullish on SPY and you want to see SPY push up, you want to see it get above this level of 451. That's going to be a key support and resistance. What I think is actually about to happen is a overall dead cat type of bounce to about 451. I do think we're actually about to head to 451, hit our head on that point, and then actually come back through, crashing back through this macro resistance marked here in yellow, retesting 444. And if you see 444 break, if you see this level 444 break, you're going to be coming back down to fill these multiple gap fills to the downside very, very quickly. if 4444 breaks, you're going to see, again, key levels of support be tested very, very quickly. It becomes a long way down very, very quickly if that key level of support is broken. Again, this is a macro bear flag, and this macro bear flag does play out. Things could get ugly quick for SPY. I do think we're overall going to be heading into a overall macro crash. I do think, and the macros are showing that we're actually about to head into a overall macro recession, a deeper recession. I think that we're already in a technical recession right now, but I think we're about to head into a deeper recession where the overall macros are showing us headed to and moving in that direction. I think we are actually going to start heading that direction and start seeing some deflation in some aspects of the economy, but seeing overall inflation in things like gasoline, food, but starting in energy, things like that. Energy, gasoline, food, things like that are going to start costing a lot more. I do think we're going to see an uptick in prices, which we are already starting to see in some states. But I also think we're going to see some deflation in some areas like commercial real estate and things of that nature as we go into a overall deeper recession. I do think this is going to be the case, and I do think SPY is going to start showing it here on the chart. So that's what I'm looking at for SPY on the smaller and longer time frames. Let's go ahead and look at GameStop stock, and show you guys what I'm looking at for GME stock. It did have a hard time today as it did get pulled down with AMC. Okay, so GME did get pulled down with AMC. It is currently underneath macro sloping support, which is marked in turquoise, but holding the yellow line. You can see that we're holding this yellow line here, which has been key this whole time, holding this key support and resistance time and time and time and time and time and time again. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 retests of this line where it has continued to hold. GME had a nice wick off of it, showing that it is getting a bottom in this range. But again, we need to figure out where GME is going to find this bottom and eventually spring out of this wedge. This wedge has been in play for quite some time now. We've been tracking this wedge for many weeks here on the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, again, this is on the daily time frame. This is literally how many days we've been tracking this particular wedge, waiting for this break to the upside, waiting for it to get above this wedge, push to the upside, able to use that as support, and then get it pushed upside, breaking out of the overall macro wedge, and then filling this gap fill on GameStop stock. You guys can see that there's a gap fill here at $37 and a gap fill here at $40. Two gap fills for GameStop stock to the upside. I do believe GameStop is working on filling these gap fills as we fulfill this macro double bottom and this macro falling wedge. You can see there's bottom number 1, bottom number 2. As we curl around and push it upside, we also have the macro falling wedge, which is one of the most bullish things that I've ever seen on a particular stock. And again, we have multiple gap fills to the upside for GME stock, which will get filled in my personal opinion. Let's go ahead and look at APE stock and show you guys what's going on for APE stock. So APE has a gap fill down here below it and a gap fill here above it. Now APE is setting up for a short squeeze. You guys can believe whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can believe whatever you want. If you are APE heavy, I know not all of my followers are APE heavy. I know I have a mixed bag of followers that do believe in the reverse split. I know that I have some of you guys that don't believe in the reverse split. I know that I have a mixed bag of followers, and I suggest and implore everyone to believe whatever they want. Me personally, I don't think the reverse split is good. So I've told you guys that I'm looking to exit some of my position before the reverse split, or most of my position, if not all of my position, before the reverse split, before I lose all of my value. I've talked about why I believe the reverse split is a cleanup operation where they'll use to get rid of all of the FTDs that AMC has. I believe that they will cover their short positions. I believe that we'll see AMC short interest drop after the reverse split. I believe we'll see the FTDs disappear, and we can see evidence of this with the threshold security list, with other things that I will be looking at, FTDs, other things like that, short interest. Letting you guys know what happens after the reverse split. Again, if we see short interest suddenly drop, that is going to be a sign that they did cover. Also, if you see FTDs suddenly disappear, or if it's still in the threshold security list at that time and it goes off of it, that would be a good indication as well that they did get rid of all of the FTDs, using it as a cleanup operation, which I think it is. Now, again, APE is setting up for a short squeeze. Let me tell you why. APE shorts have to be covered before converted. This has been confirmed by multiple brokers. APE shorts have to cover before being converted into AMC. So if that happens, that will cause a major short squeeze on APE. That will cause major short squeeze on APE alone. Also, APE is setting up for a rally. You guys can see that the alligator here is flipping to the upside. You guys can see that we have the MACD starting to flip on the daily time frame. You can see this big bullish engulfing candle right here. You guys can also see that APE did a lot of very bullish things today. It not only filled the gap, so it went up and came down and filled the gap, but then it rallied right to $2, above $2, I do apologize, coming back down using $2 as support, and is currently in after hours still using $2 as support. If APE can remain above $2, it is setting up for a macro breakout, for the macro breakout that I've been telling you guys about. Again, this is called a cup and handle. Right here is your cup. Right here is your handle. If you can hold $2, which is the breakout zone, you're going to see a push up for this $2.60 gap fill. Gaps do get filled. I do think APE is actually coming to fill this gap with this breakout. If we can get past $2.60, you could see $3.36. If APE can get past $3.36 to $5 or $10, it can go into price discovery mode and therefore go to a price that nobody could guess. Again, price discovery mode. If APE goes over $10, it could go to a price where literally no one knows because it's a new price in price discovery mode. Now, we do have the price targets of $2.60 as a high, $3.36 as a high. We also have $5 and $10. These are my price targets I'm looking for APE from this potential short squeeze and rally that I do think APE is setting up for, based off of this macro cup and handle and based off of the fundamentals of APE being one of the most shorted stocks. If you guys remember, it was one of the most shorted stocks on Yahoo's short stocks list that when I used to cover APE every single day. This was about 2 months ago, 2 to 3 months ago. I used to cover APE a lot every single day before it barcoded sideways, and it was the #1 most shorted stock. There is a lot of short interest hidden in APE. Now, again, this is like a trust me bro statement, because if you look up APE short interest, it doesn't have that much short interest. But again, I believe APE short interest is hidden in APE. Okay, so I believe a lot of the short interest is APE in APE is hidden. You guys can see the reported short interest is only 5%, but even that would cause a significant price push to the upside if short positions cover their short positions before close or before converting into AMC. So I am looking at APE at making a nice move up, especially if it can hold that $2 to $1.90 range, especially $2. $2 is going to be key. The lowest you might want to see it go is $1.90. But again, if it can hold $2, you're going to see a significant move from APE, and it looks like it currently is trying to make this potential move. We also might even have a potential falling wedge, which I did talk about on the live stream. We might have a falling wedge forming here on APE. Again, I didn't have enough touch points to draw it right there on the stream, but again, we might have a rough falling wedge. Again, I would have to do a little bit more research for you guys, just a little bit more research for you guys before giving you guys this official update on this falling wedge. But we do have a potential structure building for APE as we see it continue to the upside. Again, if it holds that $2 level, we could see a significant move here from APE. Let's go ahead and check out AMC stock, and show you guys what's going on for AMC and what I expect. Now, AMC, I literally watched my imaginary Lambo in the front of the driveway disappear today, and my retirement also, my wife left me. Now, guys, if you don't know that's sarcasm, that is sarcasm. I have to lighten up the mood a little bit, guys, because we have had a brutal day today, So what we are looking at for AMC stock, let me go ahead and show you guys what is going on for AMC. So AMC, what is left? So again, I told you guys, basically, I'm going to be looking to exit my position for a rally. So I do think we're going to see a rally to the upside on AMC. Now, what I need to confirm is if we have a green day tomorrow and Wednesday. Okay, I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you guys. If we don't see a rally tomorrow or Wednesday, if we don't see a big bullish engulfing candle tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest, it is not looking good. We have to be realistic because we have until the 24th, okay? We have until the 24th until we see this stock split. Now, if you're like me and thinks that the reverse split is going to completely take the rest of your value, because if you're down, let's say 30, 40, 50, 60%, and you go through a reverse split, you're going to be down 90 to 100% basically. You're going to lose all of your value, especially if you're already down 40, 50, 60, 80%. You're going to lose everything, okay? So if you're like me thinking the reverse split is bad, and this is not good for you and you do not want to go through it, you're looking to exit before the 24th because that's when the 10-for-1 reverse split is going to be going. Right here is all the official information. You guys can read it if you like, but here is when it is going down on the 24th. So we want to be looking for a rally before the 24th. So I'm letting everyone know that if we can fill the gap, and gaps will get filled, gaps do get filled. You guys can see we have this massive gap fill here on the daily time frame. If we can fill the gap, we have a chance to see a rally. We have a chance to see a rally to at least $6 to $8 if we can fill this gap this week. We have to fill this gap this week, and if we do, we have a chance to see $6 to $8 at minimum before the reverse split, maybe even higher, maybe even higher. Again, if we can get past $8 to $12, we could see a massive rally to the upside. If we can get past $8 to $12, we could see a massive rally to the upside. I'm always telling you guys since the beginning that if we can get past $8 to $12, we have a clean shot for all-time highs. That is the literal case. So again, if we can get above $8 to $12, we could see a clean shot to $20, $30, $40 in my personal opinion. But we need to start one step at a time, and we need to do the first step. We need to fill this gap and get above $5 to $6. If we can get above $5 to $6, we have the next price target of 8 to 12. Now, why do I say that? Because we have potential set up for the upside. Now, the threshold security list has not updated yet. As soon as it updates, I will let you guys know. But if AMC is still on the threshold security list because of T plus 35, they have to close these short positions. They have to close these short, or they have to close these FTD positions. They have to close all of these FTDs because a T plus 35 SHO rule number 200 through 204. Read them and look them up if you do not believe me. They have to cover these FTD positions because of T plus 35. So as soon as the threshold security list updates, we will know if they covered these FTD positions, or are they still going to be able to short the stock? Because they will not be able to short the stock still if these FTDs positions are not closed. So this is going to be extremely bullish for us if we are still on the threshold security list. And if we are not, we know we're going to see a ton of buying because they're about to close out these FTDs. So if they have to, for whatever reason, close out the FTDs before the reverse split, or because of T plus 35, we could see a massive rally to the upside if we were off of this threshold security list. And what we could have seen today is them accumulating these shares for the low, basically accumulating these shares for the low. And this does look like an accumulation to me. This looks like a classic accumulation to me, in my personal opinion, where they kept it down, accumulated. We've seen a massive amount of volume today. It was 132 million in volume. Again, they are accumulating, and that's why I think we're going to see a green day tomorrow and into Wednesday. I think we're going to see this accumulation start to move to the upside, filling the gap throughout Monday and Wednesday. So that's what I'm personally looking at. But if we don't buy Monday or Wednesday, it is not looking good for you guys. I got to keep it $1.50, which you know I always got to keep it 100 with you guys. It will look bearish based off of the charts if we could not fill this gap. So I'm telling you guys what we need to do, and what I think is going to happen again is I do think we're going to see a green day, a big bullish engulfing here tomorrow. I do think we're going to see a big bullish engulfing candle tomorrow based off the volume I've seen today, based off the accumulation I've seen today while watching the live stream. I do think we're going to see a big bullish engulfing candle tomorrow and possibly into Wednesday, starting to fill this gap, doing exactly what we need to do, possibly filling it by the end of the week, fulfilling our goal to get to the gap fill closed by the end of the week. So that's what I'm looking at for AMC stock based off of the technicals that I'm looking at. Now, we want to look at RSI here on the daily time frame. You guys can see that RSI is trading at about 33. We can also see that RSI on the 4-hour time frame extremely oversold. Okay, we're extremely oversold on many metrics. Again, this is indicative of a bottoming process. It does look like we are carving out a bottom. On the stream, I called out $3.15 as the absolute low. It looks like that is coming to fruition as $3.15 is the absolute low. I called that out on stream. It looks like that's what we are seeing for AMC stock right now. After hours, currently up a little bit here in after hours. I can expect it to continue back up here in after hours, continuing back to the upside. Also, if we can break above $3.55 on AMC. So if AMC can break above $3.55, it's forming a bit of an ascending triangle, which would make it a bullish push to the upside. You guys can see right here marked in these dotted lines. This is an ascending triangle. Again, if it can break above $3.55, you're going to see a nice push from AMC. It's also working on a bullish MACD cross here on the 1-hour time frame. That is why I'm telling you guys it looks like we are forming a bottoming process right here. You guys can see that the MACD is starting to curl on the 2-hour time frame. Multiple indications letting us know that we're going to see a push to the upside. I do think we're going to see a nice green day tomorrow, in my personal opinion, starting to fill this gap. I do think they were actually buying shares down here to accumulating. For what reason, we do not know yet. Is it to cover the FTDs? Is it because of a run-up? I do think they were accumulating in this range. That's why we've seen that massive amount of volume. But again, what was it for? To cover the FTDs? Or is it because they know a run-up's coming before the reverse split? And that's what we're going to find out after we get the the update on the threshold security list. But guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you. Short interest is back to 26.69% on AMC. You guys can see that short interest is back to 26.69%. Also, cost to borrow is rising. We had reports as high as 700% on Webull. This site has not updated yet, but if you look at the moving average always updates a little bit sooner. And you guys can see that the moving average is at about 700. So I do believe this is actually going to update to about 600 to 700% cost to borrow. We did see reports of 500 to 700% on Webull. So I'm thinking that cost to borrow is at about 700 to 600%. So we are seeing spikes in cost to borrow. Again, this is going to be indicative of a move up as well. And if we see that our name off of the threshold security list, we know that they are going to be covering these FTDs, and that's why they bought all of these shares today. If not, we know that they are buying them for a rally because they are not going to be able to short, and the short pressure is going to be relieved, and we're going to see them move to the upside. So either way, I think we're going to be moving to the upside. Also, AMC is fundamentally worth more now because it had a positive earnings and has a mechanism to raise more capital and pay off the debt. So fundamentally, it is worth way more. If Cinemark is valued at $20, and AMC should be at least worth $30 to $40 at minimum fundamentally. So there is no reason or rhyme why the stock should not be valuated at a much higher percentage. Now, Adam Aaron did say $30 around the reverse split, which would be crazy, because for him to know $30 after the reverse split, that means he would know that AMC stock was at $3 at the reverse split. He would know. That means he knew that AMC would be at $3 to $4 at the reverse split, because he said $30 to $40. Just a little bit of tidbit of information there. Again, I don't know how you guys personally feel about Adam Aaron, but I did go off on him this morning, saying some quite choice things to him. You guys can check out my Twitter if you like. But basically, I said about how AMC basically took OG's apes money to save AMC while letting new apes ride away into the sunset, and basically talking about how Adam Aaron thinks he's going to be able to relax after this, but most people think that's probably not the case. Not putting out any type of ill will or anything to anyone, but guys, Adam Aaron has definitely committed the crime of the century, as you guys can see, and a lot of people think that they won't pay off the debt. You guys can see I asked who thinks AMC is going to actually use the money to pay off debt. A lot of people said they don't think that is the case. But guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you. Again, I do not advise violence or any type of thing against anyone like that. let's go ahead and stay positive. Catch me tomorrow for the live stream at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, market open, to get live market predictions, accurate calls, and have some fun while watching your entire retirement go up in flames. Let's go ahead and close the video out, guys. This video, if you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this, and also you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. Again, my Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite, $50 for a lifetime invite. All you have to do is hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, or email, link below. Those are all linked below in the comment section and description. Twitter, Instagram, and email. Hit me up and just say, hey, I want to join the Discord. Pay me $50 via PayPal or Cash App, and you guys can join the community. I talk about stocks, cryptos, trades, drop all of my research, all of my technical analysis, all of my information on the Discord. We already have several other plays other than AMC that can generate cash right now. So if you're looking to make money right now and recover losses right now, it might be the move for you. Again, Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite. We already have multiple other plays, so we can make this bag, roll it into cryptocurrency, roll it into other bigger plays, and make an even bigger bag and start recovering and recouping these losses and getting this money back from the market, using the market to print paychecks. That's what I'm going to be doing, using the market to print paychecks to help recover my losses, because these guys use the market to do the same, and I need to get my bag too. Now, guys, if you found this video informative, all you have to do is drop a like, leave a comment, and press subscribe. It is a great way to help the channel grow, and also sharing these videos. Sharing these videos helps me out a ton, so if you guys can share these videos, I greatly appreciate it. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. And as always, I do have a Discord that you can join for $50 for a lifetime invite. It's $50 for a lifetime invite. Hit me up on Instagram, email, or Twitter, link down below. And Instagram, Twitter, email, link down below in the description or in the comment section. I also have a membership you can join for $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. You get members access only to content. You also get validation as a member on the live streams and on the channel when you make comments, and your name gets put on the home screen of the channel. That's $2.99 a month. Cancel at any time. That is the membership. Just press join next to the subscribe button. And again, I have the Discord as well. But if you want to help me out for absolutely free, all you have to do is share the videos, share them on your Twitter, share them on Facebook, share them on Instagram, share them all over, share them on YouTube, share them everywhere. Share the videos, press like, subscribe, and comment. That is the best way to help me for absolutely free. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you that watched the end of this video to hear this message. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.